Hi, I'm going to do a question out of November 2015, paper 2. It is a trig question. It's question 5. Now they've given us a diagram, and it says that in the diagram below, P, which has the coordinates x and y, is a point in the third quadrant. Remember that this is my first, second, third, and fourth. The third quadrant, ROP, which means this whole area here is, we call that beta, and this is a equation that we use on this diagram. So now they want us to write down the values of x, y, and r. Now the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to use this. I'm quickly going to draw a right angle triangle, and I now know that this is my hypotenuse. If we say this is, let's say this is beta, that's the hypotenuse, that's the opposite, and that's the adjacent. This is just for me, for my head. Let's go. 17 cos beta plus 15 equals 0. I want to know the lengths of these, so that if I know what that length is there, and I know what the length is there, if I know the length of that, I'm going to know my x value there. If I know the length of that, I'm going to know my y value here, there, and then with Pythagoras or whatever the case might be, I can work out other lengths. So let's see. 17 cos beta equals, that goes over, negative 15. So cos beta is going to be negative 15 over 17. Alright, what do I know about cos? It is going to be another hour, so it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So let's write that in. Adjacent is going to be negative 15, hypotenuse are going to be 17. Alright, so let's quickly work out opposite, which means if I write it in the way of Pythagoras, it's going to be opposite squared is going to be my hypotenuse squared minus my adjacent squared. Alright, maybe I should write it in another way. I want, if this is A, my goodness, if this is A and that is B and that is C, I want A. So A squared is going to be C squared minus B squared. So let's start. It's going to be 17 squared minus 15 squared, and that is going to give me 64. So A is going to be 8. Alright, so let me just take all of these A's and B's and C's away. So I now know that my opposite is going to be 8. Alright, let's see. So this is my y. That's going to be my y. But this y is on the negative side. So this is going to be negative 8. So my y there is going to be negative 8. My x is this. That's going to be negative 15. So my x is going to be negative 15 because it's on the negative side. My r is always going to be positive. That is going to be 17. Okay. Right. Let's take this all. Oops, a daisy, sorry. Let's take this all away. This. So now we have determined, I'm going to quickly do this. We have, that is my y, that is my X, and that is my R. So we have negative 15, negative 8, and 17. They want us to calculate without the use of a calculator sine beta. So I know that sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Where's my opposite? It's going to be, remember, negative 8 over, there's my negative 8 over 17. There we go. Negative 8 over 17. That is our answer. Just give me a sec. Alright. Now, that's that. So that's quite easy. Now they want us cos squared 30 degrees times tan beta. Now, they've given us 30 degrees. Now we have to work with our special angles. Oh my goodness, let's say this is, oh my goodness, seems I can't get anything right tonight. Okay, if you work with your special angles, that's going to be 90 degrees, this is going to be 60, that is going to be 30 degrees, which means this is going to be 1, that is going to be 2, and that is going to be 3. Now let's see. Cos squared 30 degrees times tan beta. Now let's see. Cos squared 30 degrees, what is, oh my goodness, sorry, what is the 30 degrees? It's going to be, there we go, oh my goodness, I have no brain today. That is going to be my angle. What is cos going to be? Cos is another hour, so it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's going to be 3 over 2 because it's going to be at that over that, so it's going to be 3 square root of 3 over 2, and because it says squared I have to square this whole thing, and I'm going to multiply it by tan beta. Let's see, tan is, remember, is another hour of algebra. There's my O, it's minus 8. Where's my A? Is minus 15. So let's go on. Square root of 3 squared is 3. Square root of 2 is 4 times 8 over 15, because those two negatives make a positive. Right. 4 goes into itself once, 4 goes into 8 twice, 3 goes into itself once, 3 goes into 15 5 times, so my answer is 2 over 5. Alright, now for our last one here. Oh my goodness. Oops. Okay, we have to calculate ROP, which is now this whole angle there, which is actually beta. Now what do we see? So from there to there, from there to there is 180 degrees. So we just need to work out what this degrees are, that angle is, and then I'm going to add it to 180 degrees. So how can I do that? I think the easiest way is just to use what? Tan. So let's say 180 degrees plus whatever that's going to be. So that's our angle that we want to use this time, and it's going to, let's say it's going to be tan, so it's going to be opposite over adjacent, which is going to be tan. Oh goodness, if I put it into the calculator, it's going to look like that. Inverse of tan is going to be, can't think, -8 over -15, which is going to give me 28.07 degrees. Well, now if I add that up, let me just see, I've got a calculator here somewhere. Plus 180 is going to be 208.07 degrees. So this whole beta is going to be that. So if I can re-explain it quickly, they want us to, oh goodness, they want us to determine the whole of beta, which is that little part there, which means I take 180 and I have to add this degrees. How can I calculate that? I know that tan, let's call this theta, let's call that theta. Tan theta is going to be -8 over -15. So theta is going to be tan, if you there we go, over 8 over 15, and that is going to give me 28.07 degrees. And then I just add that to my 180 degrees, and that's going to be my answer. Maybe not the best explanation in the world, but let me know if you understand.